Don't blame yourself. Blame me.
Hello. Tonight's going to be fun. Tonight's going to be very fun. I'm looking forward to looking through this. So, first off, before we get started, let's say hi to whoever's in the chat right now. We got Sultan Al-Fahim, Benjamin Brunson, SGD, Hardboiled Entertainment's here, Gabe the Gen, Daniel Parker, Angry Green Boss is here, Sister Pax is here as well. What else is going on? Melee Brawler is here too. Just making sure I didn't miss anybody. Servant here as well. Good to see you guys. And more people will likely file in as time goes on. But let's go ahead and do a little talking. So I woke up not too long ago. I have to admit that. I woke up not too long ago to seeing that there was a... Oh, Tyler Preston's here too. What's going on, buddy? To seeing a massive tweet thread about little old me. I say little with all of the irony in the world. I am far from it. So who is here watched the Graded Point 5 show that I was just on a couple of nights ago? How many of you guys watched that? I'm genuinely curious. I know we got over like 100 views like the first night, which is good. Makes me very happy for them because I think anytime that Grade and I get together, we always have a great time. We put on great shows. We have a lot of fun together. You know, that's that good shit. You know. So, hopefully you guys caught that because that was again ton of fun. Love talking about Englewood. I love talking about my own work because I'm very proud of it. You know, because it's not just me. You know, I'm just the writer and the creator and the owner. But you get my drift. I'm working on those books with people, you know, and with Brian and Armand, the first Englewood as a comic book, even though it wasn't perfect, looked a lot better than a lot of other modern shit that I see these days. So I still am very proud of it. There were things we needed to learn, which we obviously have learned if you look at Englewood Book 2's pages. But I'll freely admit, not a perfect comic. But we did well. It was successful. You know, it was good stuff. Made me very happy. And now we're back with Englewood Book 2. Speaking of which, there's a trailer for that right now. So before we get into the insanity, why don't we play that trailer real quick so you can actually get a look at that art? You know, just 1 sec. And back it they have. We just hit $3,700 today. In fact, let's actually have a look at it. Because I'm pretty happy with it. The link, by the way, is in the description. And if somebody could put that in the chat real quick for me, I would greatly appreciate it. But boom, right there, Englewood Book 2, $3,700. We are just shy of 25% of the way there in 1 week. In 1 week, almost a quarter of the way there. So between 4 weeks, we might get all the way there, and then we go straight in demand. Now, keep this in mind for those of you who have not backed this yet. If we hit funding within 4 weeks, once we go in demand, that poster by Bogdan, right down here, disappears. So that's something to keep in mind, guys. That's just gone, just poof, into the ether. Snatch this up while you can. If you want to get your hands on this poster, there are a couple different ways to do so. Featured tier, the Windy City Special, Hijo del Windy City Special. The son of Windy City Special is what that means in Spanish. Is available for $75 USD. It includes the graphic novel. We're going to throw the digital version in for free, which is a $25 value. The Solomon's Temple gym shirt. You get your choice of 2 out of the 3 posters that are available, meaning you can get Donald DeLay's cover as a poster. You can get Armand and Brian's cover of the last book for a poster, their second cover for the last book, rather, or you can get that Bogdan poster as well. I think that Bogdan one is fucking badass, honestly. So, not to mention, one thing I should mention, everybody who backs this campaign physical is getting a free Preston Acevedo art print as well. That's Preston Acevedo art that I paid for that out of my own pocket, so you guys can get that for free. Well, Optimus paid for the other half, but you get my drift, you know. And then we're gonna get hopefully we'll get it colored by Oliver Lee Arce as well, and then it'll be even fucking better, you know, because those two are fucking amazing. But that's one way to get those posters. If you don't want all that extra swag, you can come down here, booking posters. Right here, you get your choice of 2 posters, 2 out of the 3. And yeah. And that's only $40 USD. So, it is one that I am particularly proud of. I love Bogdan just as a person because he's so energetic about the work he does. He's very proud of what he does, as he should be. He's a talented artist. But he always puts in 110%, and he always listens to what his writer tells him to do. And that is something that, trust me when I tell you, is very, very useful, and makes me very happy as the writer. I cannot wait for Englewood Peregrine. I read through the script last night. Again. Oh, I forgot to mention, be a cop. You can get the posters that way, too. We have 1 left, by the way. 1 left on the drawn in tier. That's it. Sultan Al-Fahim says, am I doing a mecha comic? Yes. Xavier Harkonnen from Grade 8.5 and I are teaming up together to do a mecha comic called The Argonauts, which I'm very excited to start scripting very soon. I'm also doing another project with the graded team for their Reconstruction universe called Legacy, which I've already begun scripting that as well. I'm already past concept. So I think I know who I want my artist to be for that too. I'm just going to get some of my own money together to go ahead and pay him to do a few pages as a test or some character concepts or stuff like that to just get him rolling on it, because I think the concept I have with Legacy is really, really cool. It's about a Russian superhero who is trying to evade the government. So it will be interesting. I'm excited about it. I love making superheroes. Superheroes in horror, man, are a shit ton of fun. But mecha is going to be interesting to do too, because that's going to be military fiction for me. It's a real robot story, not a super robot story. So that's going to be really, really interesting to do. But that's not what we're here for. That's not what we're here for. So there is an individual out there who hates Comicsgate. It's a transgender person named Chloe. Chloe. We made fun of Chloe on Ungraded. Because Chloe looks like if Cousin It got their bangs trimmed. Like just boof hair. It's incredible. And her chin make me think she's like related to Jay Leno, which, I mean, God bless you for that, if nothing else, because I got no chin. Like I shaved this off, like this here. Like if I pull the hair out, Like right here is my chin bone, where my finger is. That's kind of sad. You know, I don't have the strongest jawline. I'll freely admit that. I'm so chubby. I got to grow this out to show where my jaw is. But anyway, regardless, we poked fun at her because she was targeting me, and I'm like, all right, well, let's fire back a little bit. Let's do a little bit of a dive into what you're doing, because that's the thing. If somebody who is further along in comic books than I am criticizes my work, fair enough. If you are better than what I'm doing, fair enough. You have earned that right to criticize my work. In my opinion. Oh, everybody can have their opinion, but some opinions are fucking worthless. Let's be honest. Like there's that old thing. Opinions are like assholes. Everybody's got one of them, and they almost all stink. And the thing about Chloe here is Chloe is not one of those people that is producing better stuff than I am. But apparently, and thank you to Donald DeLay, who's the cover artist on Englewood Book 2, along with Spartan Scotsman, John Jay, who did the colors for that book, did a magnificent job. That's when I maintain that the first cover of the first Englewood book is one of the best covers that Comicsgate's ever seen, and that it's the first wraparound. And then I think Donald and Scotsman put together one of the best covers in CG, period, with Englewood Book 2. It fucking looks phenomenal. But like with this particular individual, they're not on that level. They're not at my level yet. They're not at the level of the artists I hire. They're not at the level of anything. They're just not there. And they got a piece of criticism from me and the graded crew. And they deserved every bit of it. Because here's the thing. Not only do I hire better artists than what Chloe? Keep forgetting, like I keep wanting to say Chelsea. But Chloe is capable of doing. Look at fucking Peregrine. Good Lord. Like, Peregrine's one of the prettiest books out there. Another one of the best looking Comicsgate books to ever come out. And that is on the way out. From what I hear, Optimus is still waiting on the prints. Don't know why it's taken so long. Mix'em usually is a lot faster than that. I don't know what's going on there. But regardless, speaking of which, and getting books out, Hatman, tell the chat how many copies of 3 Nights you're putting out this week, so I don't beat you up. I don't have a Shame the Hatman button on this setup, but I can get it. Anyway, but when it comes right down to it, you come after me, I respond. Because these social justice types don't really seem to understand where they're at. There's no fucking... There's no comprehension of where they're at. 70-ish this week. Good. So for you 70 out there, once you get that, back Englewood Book 2, man. Let's keep it rolling. Let's keep this shit moving. But anyway, as I was saying, when I looked at it, it was not good. But apparently, she got even more mad. So let's have a look. This should be fun. But yeah, Donald DeLay brought this to my attention, and we're gonna break down what she said. Now here's the thing. I have to look at this through incognito mode because they did all of this behind a block. All of it. I was like, whoa. Like 50 tweet thread? Are you fucking serious? So let's have a look at this. What's up, Son of the Dragon? Good to see you, buddy. All right. Let's share a screen real quick. So imagine looking like this and having the audacity to talk about how anyone else looks. Kind of a pixelated photo of me, but I don't look too bad. I'm a very handsome, chubby dude. Let's be honest. And look at that fucking glorious beard. That, ladies and gentlemen, is the chin curtain of absolute victory. Because as we continue to go through this thread, absolute victory is going to be declared. Because we're going to find exactly where Chloe here is at whenever it comes to anything. Oh, better than Coates. Yeah, I am. I write black people better than Ta-Nehisi Coates does. Ta-Nehisi Coates writes everybody like a stereotype. He thinks that all black people speak in Ebonics. So, Micah thinks it's a big gotcha to poke fun at old manga-ish art that I did 10 years ago when all I had was a Wacom Intuos tablet and was just learning how to use Clip Studio Paint. So let's look at Micah's latest book, shall we? Okay, hold up. Manga-ish? Let's look at what manga is. So I have behind me an artist that is probably not the most detailed of all time, but he is a legend, Go Nagai. Devilman. Let's look at some Devilman. What, like, and this is old manga. So let's look at manga for a second. All right. Let's look at manga art. And see and make a comparison. So here's this. This is manga art. This is from Go Nagai, who, like I said, is not the most detailed artist of all time. There's that. Let's find another one. Another really good page. Here we go. Again, not the most detailed stuff ever. But this is manga art circa the 1970s. All right, so this isn't even modern. I could bring out One Punch Man. I could bring out like Tokyo Ghoul, which I don't like as a story, but the art is very good. I could go a little bit further in time forward than this. I could bring out Fist of the North Star. Hokuto no Ken. That's manga art. Okay, so let's not say for like manga-ish. No. Like manga-ish is actually Englewood. That's Brian's style, is manga-ish. Because, like I always say to people, Brian's art style is basically Ed McGuinness by way of Baki the Grappler. You know, that's manga-ish. All right. Let's look at what Chloe is trying, who is apparently not afraid of pronouns. Handler. I ain't afraid of pronouns. They're just they just show me that you're unintelligent. Manga-ish, huh? Manga-ish, huh? Chat, you guys are gonna have to give me your opinion, but because I'm curious to what you guys think. I think that she's full of shit. This ain't manga-ish. This is just shit. This is shit art. Like, this does not look that good. These look like photobombed clouds. Why is this roof all fucked up? Like, what? Why is there so much bloom? World of the Crystal Spirits. So you ripped it off of fucking Final Fantasy? This is this right here seems to be the only okay shot, but Helena, no, actually, this is Yuna from Final Fantasy X, and you just ripped her off. But here's what's funny. This is from 10 plus years ago. Well, you sucked. You still suck. Like, we looked at your online comics. Most of these aren't even out. You're giving these away for free. And those were your best shots that you put in the gallery. Look at issue 4. What the fuck did you do to Hiei? This is like, what? Do you even know what perspective is? My voice is cracking. What the fuck? Nothing about this is dynamic. You're gonna criticize Brian and Armand. No. You're not just gonna get away with it. Like, this looks like fucking flat. Sent me a paid message. Okay, StreamYards, by the way, does not pop up on this setup. So give me just a moment to check and read that. So you guys in the chat will not see it. You'll just have to take it on faith that somebody decided to throw money at me. Let's see here. So Chaos Sonic throws in a buck and says, if anything, I would compare Micah's style to Ken Ishikawa, may he rest in peace, where he goes all detail. There's no such thing as manga-ish, and that Brat's style looked like Tumblr art. Well, it's not my style. I would, I'm a writer. So whenever I look at, like, people in Japan, the writing style of someone like a Go Nagai or a Kentaro Miura is what I'm chasing. But if there's just a straight writer that I want to be more like than anybody else, it's Yoshiyuki Tamino, the creator of Gundam. Just as a Japanese writer, like, he's fucking. Tamino is one of my biggest influences. Tamino, Nagai, just so fucking good, just so good. I love it. So, but anyway, this is shit. So she continues onward and says, look at my book. She says, this looks like it was done by somebody who used to pretend he was part of a throuple because he wasn't capable of satisfying his wife. While it's Donald DeLay, he cranks out a whopping 1 page per month, and this is the result. Chloe, yeah, Donald is a slow artist. This actually didn't take him that long. He did this for me in about a week and a half. And then Scotsman, it took him longer, but that's because he's working on a fucking book. Like, Donald finished Cash Grab already when I contacted him to do this. Because Huerta didn't have the time to do it, so Donald stepped up. So bing, bang, boom. I threw him the money. He gave me a fucking gorgeous cover. Like, what is there to criticize about this? Like, you're criticizing the person, not his art. What I'm going to do, because I haven't criticized you as a person yet. I could, but I'm not going to. We're going to talk art to art here. So this is Donald and Scotsman. This is Chloe. Donald and Scotsman. Chloe. I don't give a flying fuck who Donald has had sex with. He's a talented artist. I hired him. That's it. And at some point, I'm hoping to do a whole book with him because he's awesome, and I know that he would do any story that I write justice. Abso-fucking-lutely. Donald is fucking fantastic. And then, of course, Scotsman is too. Scotsman and I are going to work together in the future too, and it's going to be awesome. I have no fucking doubt. Jaro in the chat, what's going on, dude? Says Huerta was supposed to do a cover for you. Yeah, we talked about him doing the cover for Englewood Book 2. Like, he was going to do this one. But he's so swamped at this point between trying to catch up on Sovereign and doing stuff for Wizards and being a dad that he just didn't have time for it, which I understand. So we do want to work together at some point in the future, though. And I look forward to it. I really want Andrew to do an Englewood cover. I'd love to do a whole side story with him, but that probably won't be until, like, Sovereign's finished, because apparently what he's doing with it is, like, it's not going to be Sovereign Book 1. It's just Sovereign, and that's it. Like, and he thinks this is like his masterpiece. Like, this is the greatest thing he'll ever make. So I get it. I understand where he's coming from with it. So, and he's got my money. You know, I'm looking forward to getting my hands on it. I don't care if it comes out in 3 more years. Like, he can take his time. I get what he's going for, so I ain't gonna hate on him for it. It's not like me where he's started a publishing company, you know, because I've got timetables. I got shit that's got to be done on a certain amount of time. So, but anyway, but yeah, this is the result. If he took his time and it looks fucking good. People who hate me think this is good art. So, swing and a miss, lady. So let's continue. So this is, now we start getting into the, that's something on the back of my throat. Yeah. Anyway. The hero shows up to beat up the potheads. You get those dirty hippies, gas mask man. Oh no, one of the stoners turned into Red Skull. See if you can figure out why. That's all you got? Dirty hippies? Chloe, those are gang members. Like, those don't look like hippies. I don't. Seriously? I mean, really? Dirty hit, like, you think that my main hero is beating up hippies? And why did he turn red? Because he over inhaled on a fucking joint. And then one of the bad guys gets thrown through the air by the door. Eat lead, you filthy door. So cool the door remembered to close itself before the bad guys shot it up. Obviously, this is one door that wasn't raised in a barn. So, Chloe, there's a thing called physics. It's an interesting thing. So, if for some reason an impact like that does not bust the door off of its hinges, the door, because it's on a swivel joint, also known as a hinge, a Doppler radar, don't try to get people away from my chat to somebody else's stream, please. Because it's on that hinge, if it doesn't bust off the hinge, if there is enough force to knock somebody through it, that door is going to swing back. Which is what they are shooting at. I don't know about you guys, but I took physics in high school. So, not quite sure what the criticism is. No, not anymore. I don't talk to Liam. And we're going to leave that at that. So let's go ahead and just stay on topic. So yeah. And again, just as a reminder, Chloe, this is you. This is Brian and Armand. Chaos Sonic Throws in a Bucket says on Brighter News, Super Robot Wars 30 is now being sold on Steam internationally, so you can pre-order it now. If you ask me, Chloe looks more and more like an idiot every time she tweets. Oh, yeah. It gets worse. Trust me. Ian Redder, the fuck's a physic? Probably what she's thinking. It keeps going. But then the bad guys leave the door open. Wait, what? Chloe, it's been shot to shit. It's been shot to shit. Like, you think that door, like, wow, I'm amazed by that. And says this shit is top level tier art. Again, Chloe, this is you, or this is Brian and Armand. This is you taking a zoomed in picture of a smaller panel. This is you on a full page spread. This is Brian and Armand. This is you on a full page spread. So, the reason that I bring this up is because Micah, who didn't actually create this art, yeah, I'm a writer. I hire artists. That's just kind of what we do. You know, it's kind of what we do. Tells me that I need to be a better artist if I'm going to step up to the king based on art like this. Yeah, you do, because your art is not this good. Your art is fucking trash. Again, this is a small panel of Brian and Armand, one small fucking like zoomed in picture. This is your art. This is you. This is my guys. I'm an artist who's always I'm a writer who's always on the look for good talent. I wouldn't even wipe my ass with this. Your art fucking sucks. 10 years ago, manga-ish. Fuck you. Are you serious? Comparing this shit to the free to all ages comic I put on my website nearly a decade ago. Well, yeah. I am. Or would you rather me go a little bit more modern? Because everything else, now she starts getting ass mad at Piper. But let's keep going. She says, Michael wanted to brag about how he made $70 extra on his shit book, Englewood, because I remarked the offering issue 1 reprints with issue 2 is a no-brainer. No, thank you for the suggestion. It was a no-brainer. I got a little bit too big brain for my own head there. You got me. But now I'm going to make even more money than you. You probably should have kept your fucking mouth shut. But for some reason, anytime that somebody says the word Comicsgate in your presence, you lose your fucking mind. And I wondered why. I'm like, CG's been around for like 2 or 3 years. You'd figure we're not going anywhere, right? But she gets so pissed off. And she keeps going. She says, Micah's part of the problem with this country. Ooh, this should be interesting. He works for R3. Yeah, Russian state-affiliated media. He's one of those awful idiots that spreads misinformation for Vladimir Putin. And he thinks a paltry gain of $70 is a big win. Vladimir Putin, yes! Yes, I know Vladimir personally. He picked me up in private jet all the way from Bloomington to Russia just to play golf. Glorious Russia. Yes, that is what's going on here. Let us take a moment for Soviet national anthem, comrade. All right, that's enough of that. Yeah, because that's totally what's going on. I wasn't hired by a publication as somebody to write about domestic issues in the United States for an international audience to understand from a conservative perspective. That's not why I was hired. Oh no, I was hired to spread Russian propaganda. Are you fucking nuts? Have you read any of my work? Let's actually have a look at this. This should be interesting. I'm going to pull this up on my other computer. I'm going to read to you guys the titles of some of my most recent op-eds. Let's see if any of it has anything to do with Russia. So, my most recent article, can a charismatic black libertarian radio show host be the man who wins California back for the Republicans? Not Russian. Worse than the Civil War, Biden's description of January 6th is designed to create even more division across America. Not about Russia. The LGBT lobby's apparent obsession with influencing children could spark an American cultural backlash nobody wants to see. Not Russian. It's time the U.S. Army realized women can't compete with men physically, ditch the woke fitness test, which is true. And, again, not Russian. And then the article after that, it's about Andy Ngo, not Russian. The next one after that, NSA spying on Tucker Carlson, nothing to do with Russia. Next one after that, Team Biden and CNN's criticism of Facebook for not censoring Trump fast enough. Not about Russia. Using Latin people not liking Latinx, not about Russia. Suggesting all Christians are Republican, Biden's IRS is making America more polarized than ever. Not about Russia. Joe Biden leading the Dems into a trap on the southern border. Not about Russia. You stupid bitch. If I was hired by the BBC, would you say that I was a British spy? Because, by the way, if the BBC hired me to do the exact same thing, I'd do the exact same thing. Hi, Edward Marlis. How are you? So anyway, let's get back on this, because good Lord. The mean Englewood would be translated into Russian? Maybe, if there's a demand for it. I'll sell a comic book wherever somebody wants to buy. I really don't give a shit. I'm doing good, Ed. I'm doing very good, actually. Let's see here. Let's see. You think with all that mad money Micah makes from his pay piggies? Oh, you got to be kidding me. Man, I fucking hate that statement. I'll get to that in a second, though. Let me read that $1 super chat that Chaos Sonic put in through Streamlabs. Sadly, you guys can't see, so you have to take it on trust. It says, in other words, she's ass mad that she actually gave her opponent ideas to the point where she's projecting the fact that Mike is an anti-American. Despite that, I looked at her stuff. It looks like she's more anti-American than Cuba and China. Yeah. I am, I hate the word, I hate the word pay pig, though. I fucking hate that. I hate that statement. You guys are fans. You guys enjoy the comics that you read from me. You paid good money for us to give you 110%. I'm still mad at myself that books get late. You know, I still am, and I apparently need to start putting the hammer down a little bit more as a boss to get stuff moving. Sometimes that's what has to get done. I get it, but making fun of my fans, fuck you, bitch. Fuck you. These guys, like this chat, these are not pay pigs. These are comic book fans that chose to buy a book from me and my artists. I am honored by that. I'm honored by the fact that they are here to hang out with me. 35 people right now. Maybe we'll get even more tonight. Hard telling. But 35 people watching right now. Thank you guys for being here. Seriously. All of you. I saw some names in here I haven't seen in a while. And it's good to see you. And yeah, Hatman makes a good point in the chat. How much money did you and I make from Englewood #1? So this is money that Hatman and I made. He goes, because if I remember correctly, we made no profit, paid the artist before we got anything. Yeah, we broke even. You know, and Hatman and I own this company. Owners get paid last. We didn't make money off of that. And that's perfectly fine. Because guess what? Brian did. Armand did. Eric Weathers did. And that's the thing. That's the important thing. I'm swimming in money. I got a Mercedes-Benz out there. This room in an apartment building is actually the small part of a bigger mansion that I just don't use. It's just like the rest of the mansion I just don't touch. I just live right in here in this one little space. Fuck off. I'm working my way up just like everybody else is. You know? But these guys are not fucking pay pigs. These people give a shit about comic books. They want to read good comics, and I provide them. Jesus Christ, lady. She goes here, reminder that this is what Mike actually looks like. I don't think he got much of a leg to stand on, King. I don't know. I might be a bit chubby these days, but I ain't looking half bad. Sedentary lifestyle ain't good for you. Yeah, I need to do some more walking. I need to get a little bit more exercise. That's true. I'll give you that one. But I will say this, though. I ain't putting myself behind filters. I don't feel the need to use, like, super stylized shit where we can barely tell you're a human fucking being to try to hide how fucking ugly you are. I am an ugly son of a bitch. I don't give a shit. I look like a gorilla. My nickname's the Vanilla Gorilla. Stupid. I'm fully aware that I look like a giant ape. But why is she really so mad? Well, let's have a look. So let's have a comparison point. So if I bring up Englewood Book 2's campaign, like I said here, $3,700 so far. So far. We need $15K to make it happen, but with $15K, it's going to be one of the print quality is going to be top notch. Everything's going to be top notch on this book. You know, our desire is to give you the best. Chaos Sonic sends in another buck here. He says, it's no problem, Micah. This is why I like you and RGE. At least you and RGE blame yourselves for the books being late, despite there's more than stuff that was out of your control and could make a Japanese woman happy. Oh, if I ever go to Japan, I'm repopulating the whole island. If I get the opportunity, man. But anyway, when it comes right down to it, like you are like stones and glass houses, lady. But let's go a little even further than that. So she said, like, oh, you're criticizing stuff from such and such long, length of time ago. Okay. So let's look at your crowdfunding. Actually, no. Let's look at mine. So we pull up Englewood Book 2, right? We're at that dollar amount. If you come down here, it says 4 projects. 4 projects, 46,264 USD raised. 46,000. Not half bad for a guy who didn't actually start from one of the big 2 or at Image. 46,000. Right now, I'm at 3,700 on this campaign, so let's keep those numbers in mind. Chloe, I for some reason I knew where the name was. I'm like, why have I heard this name before? I thought I'd heard it on a live stream before, and then I remembered what it was from. Something Ethan showed me when I was on a stream with him, or it was afterwards, something like that. A book called Amazing Gators. So let's look at your Astonishing Gators, Chloe. Let's look at your recent art. But first off, let's look at this. 73 backers pledged $1,910 to bring this project to life. Less than $2,000. So so there's your art. That this is you. This is you. Okay. So that's your cover. Here's mine. And that's Donald's work. That's the guy you were making fun of. You want to compare yourself to him, that's who you're making fun of. But okay, that's a little unfair. So let's actually go 1-to-1 here. So let's bring up the cover for Englewood Book 1. The wraparound. First wraparound in Comicsgate history. Let's have a look at that. Here's mine. Here's Brian and Armand from Book 1. Boom. Yeah, thank you. Thanks, Mr. Dongs. Good to see you, by the way. This is Brian and Armand's work compared to yours. Here's them. Here's you. Here's them. Had that real quick. Here's you. That's your first book. Okay, fair enough. I think, yeah, by the way, how did Englewood Book 1 do compared to this? Let's find out. So that was your first book. That was your first crowdfunded book from what I could find on Kickstarter. Englewood Book 1. $13,346. Interesting. Let's look at your second one. Funding canceled. Funding canceled. Oh, shit. It failed. That's interesting. Oof. The fuck? Like, this is your recent art? This is from 2019. What the fuck? Isn't this poop emoji copyrighted material, by the way? From somebody else? I could be wrong there. So she tried it again. This time it made it. 1353. Now hold on a second. Hold on a second. It's barely more than she made on the previous one. But still. Like this looks like trash. Like, the fuck? What is this? What is this even? So that's your second book. That's your second book, though. So let's take a look at the cover to your second book. And now let's have a look at the cover of my second book. Some of you guys know what's coming. Here's the cover to my second book. That's not even the only cover. Here's the other one. Thank you, Mr. Dongs. I appreciate that. I try my best, man. I try to entertain. So these are the covers for my second book, 3 Nights, 4 Days, Part 1. That's the Virgin cover. This is the sketch cover. There was actually 4 covers, but there's here it is with the logo. Yeah. There are no words. There really aren't. How did 3 Nights, 4 Days do, by the way? Let's compare. I mean, if we're going to compare you to me, If you're going to say that compared to you, I am not a king, let's have a look and let's compare notes. Let's go 1-to-1. Let's go punch for punch. Let's see how you did. Let's see how I did. So this is your second success, $1,353. How did I do? $25,560 by 445 backers. How many batches got mailed this week? I think it was close to 80. Hatman, correct me on that. Because that's Anime Guy's question here. So this is my second book. All right. Then you've got your complete Astonishing Gators story. 1683. Where's Englewood Book 2 right now? $3,700, and we're not even funded yet. That's 1 week. 1 week, folks. 1 week of time. $3,700. It's almost on pace with 3 nights. I think if we had finished 3 nights as fulfillment before we had launched, we probably would have done better. But we got to keep moving. We got to get moving on this because I got to get money to my dudes to get the book done, you know. And that's your cover. That's your cover. Here's mine. I actually need to alter this trade dress to put book 2 right here, but you notice I'm not saying that much. Because actions speak louder than words. I am better than you. So I will say it again. Chloe, if you come at the king, you best not miss. And you fucking missed. Good fucking Lord. That's the thing, man. A lot of time, like, I get it. Like, you don't like Comicsgate because we're not, a lot of people in it aren't left-leaning. Okay, fair enough. Like, at the same time, if you're going to start coming after my artists, and what you're packing ain't as good, I'm going to point it out. And yeah, Sister Pex makes a good point in the chat here. I'm noticing a Green-Eyed Monster theme going on with Chloe. Like, she's mad at Comicsgate. None of her anti-Comicsgate people show up with money. Well, and that's the point that's been made for years. Is that these guys, these people who hate CG, these social justice sites, they don't have money. They don't. Comic book fans, however, lo and behold, are willing to spend money on good comic books. Go figure, right? And then they use the term pay pig to try to make you guys feel bad for spending money. That's fucking bullshit. You should not feel bad for buying something that you enjoy. You shouldn't. Nobody should. If you enjoyed it. I spent like $60 on these Devilman books. The prize of my fucking collection. I love them. They're so pretty. You know? And despite any personal relationships, any of the books back there that I have that you see, I don't regret buying them. I enjoyed them. I enjoyed them quite immensely. My Gundams, sure as shit don't. I ain't mad at buying those. Those are fun to put together. You know? But I think to myself, I fucking cannot stand that sort of a statement. Chaos Sonic throws in some more money here. Says her comics look more like ripoffs of good Marvel comics. Well, to be fair, she's trying to do satire. She's not very good at it. She's not talented. And that's just the way that it goes. Because here's the thing. I wish I could have put out more than just these two. But I'm very proud of them. God, that gloss shines, doesn't it? Almost a little too much. But I'm very proud of these books with what I accomplished with them. You know? I have no reason not to be. No reason whatsoever. They're good stuff. And on top of that, it's letting me do comic books on my own terms. I don't have to decompress them like fucking Bendis does or any of the modern writers. I hate decompression. I really, like, as a writer, I fucking hate it. I feel like I don't really feel the need to tell a story, like tell you the same thing in 3 pages, like taking one. Some more money got thrown in at me that I missed. Bobcat threw in a buck and he said, there's something ironic about saying you don't have pay pigs and then transition into reading a super chat. Haha. Makes Sims great again, throws in a buck and says, it's like comparing Kentaro Miura to Nickelodeon's Breadwinners and Space Jam, A New Legacy, on an amazing artist. The other one's a shit show. The communist cuck trying to make an acting career. Oof. Eat that, LeBron. Oh, God. Fucking Hatman. Dave's like... That should be the thing that everybody puts in the chat whenever, like, somebody calls you a pay pig. But I can't wait till I've got a handful of these. But I get to do this on my terms. I don't have to decompress things. I don't have to really shorten them out. I can write in my style. You know, I can give you a full story without having to have splash pages every other page. You know, because here in 3 Nights, I'm not going to spoil it for anybody. We don't do a lot of splashes on this. I think we do maybe 4 full page. Yeah. Everything else is there's a lot of panel work here. But it's with purpose. You know, I say that I don't decompress, but these 2 pages only have one sentence of dialogue. A little hypocritical of me. This is not the best example. But I actually did turn down the dialogue in 3 Nights, to be honest with you. There's a lot of visual storytelling here. And Preston was the perfect artist to do that. Like, I fucking can't wait to do book 2. We just got to get, you know, once Six Gun is finished, then we might work on it. We'll see what happens. It's another good one. The goal for me is always to put together the best stuff that I can put out there. That is the goal. Show, don't tell. Speaking of which, my colorist from Englewood Book 2 is here. What's up, Armand? You better be working. Don't make me. We're going back to Steiner Recliner if you're not. I'm kidding. I saw the work in progress on the Discord, so you're good, buddy. I'm glad you're kicking ass. But regardless, like folks, like seriously, like you have to keep this in mind whenever it comes to this sort of stuff. There's no fucking reason to come at me and think that you're making a point by like attacking my looks or anything like that. Like, yeah, like I'm an ugly son of a bitch. I'll fucking admit it. But I'm a damn good writer. And I work with some very fucking talented people who know what they're doing. And it's an honor to work with them. It's an honor to give you guys great books. It's an honor to be the best that I can be. You know? And that's just the long and short of it. So, before we take off, once again, Englewood Book 2, we are at $3,700 raised so far. I haven't refreshed it. No, haven't picked up any new backers yet. Hopefully, we'll get some after tonight. But we're just about a quarter of the way there, dudes. Let's get there. You know, we got 3 more weeks to do it. I think we can pull it off. You know, because I want to go straight in demand. I don't want to do the whole 60-day tra-la-la. I want to get it in demand. I want to get my guys paid, and I want to get this production moving fast. So, before we take off, it's been about an hour. We'll do some Q&A. So if you guys have any questions or anything like that, go ahead and put them in the chat. Armand's just wondering what he missed. The SJW who did the Amazing Gators book came after us, and your art and your color work and Brian's art. So, but let's play that trailer again real quick, and then we'll do Q&A. Fucking right. Oh, shit. Let's see what the chat's saying before we bring this to a close. A lot of just dunking, really. This is a good point right here from Sister Peck. Says, surprised you didn't go after RGE, who's a stronger manga influence, and even put out a titty mouse pad. He got those things out quick, too. Like, damn. So, and apparently, well, I even suggested this ages ago to the graded crew that they ought to put one out for Peregrine as a joke, which they would probably sell quite a few. I have no doubt of that. All right, so let's see what the chat's saying. Son of the Dragon says this is completely unrelated. Have you heard Rob Zombie's making a Munsters movie? I did hear that. I don't know what to think of it, but yeah. Let's see here. Anime guy who backed the Be a Cop perk says, when will you need info for the Be a Cop stuff? As soon as possible, please. And then the instructions are actually on that tier. So you'll email some images to Hatman. You said that you wanted to be in tack gear, if I remember right. And on that page, I did check. There are cops on that page that are wearing tack gear, so we'll throw you in there, no worries. And we'll probably have you not wearing your helmet just so we can see you. So yes. So, and yeah, Hatman says here, email me ASAP. So as soon as you can, buddy. Thank you. And thank you for backing that tier. I want to do drawn in tiers for every book now on. I really want you guys to be in this if you want to pay, if you want to. So Xavier says here, we want one. We asked RGE who his guy was. He'll let us know. It will happen sooner or later. So that's in regards to Peregrine Titty mouse pads. So there you go. Chloe Handler has to be blocked for some reason. Probably because you're my artist. Probably because you're my colorist. Because like she all that shit that I put out there today on this show, all behind a block. I didn't see anything about it. It wasn't until Donald DeLay like brought it to my attention. You know. Let's see here. Harvard Entertainment asks, do you think this bint is ever going to realize she'll provide you with big-time marketing opportunities, or is she just that dense? She gave me, on this show, one of the biggest episodes of Sleeveless Comics I have had in a while. We had like 40-some-odd people here at Max. That's the biggest show we've had in a while. And thank you all for showing up, by the way. Very much appreciated. So, no, I don't think she gets it. Like, the fact of the matter is people like to see people get roasted. I don't like to do it that often because it can make you miserable. It really can. But sometimes, like, your criticisms are so fucking laughably stupid that it's like, what are you doing? All right, so here's what Hatman needs. 2 headshots, front and profile like a mug shot. Email is sleepless@hatman.net. So if you did purchase that perk, that's where you got to send it. Can I have my copy wearing sunglasses? We could probably find, if you've already got the perk, we can find a spot like, because there's a few scenes with cops. There's one at night, one in the day, 2 in the day. So we could probably work on that. She's already reacted to your live stream. That's hilarious. She doesn't get it, does she? She doesn't get it. She's never going to get it. She's hate watching right now. I'm glad you're seething. I'm glad you're angry. Let's actually bring up that anger a little bit. Chloe, that's it, Chloe. I keep forgetting. Nothing about you is memorable. So everybody say hi to Chloe in the chat. Hi, Chloe. The king is recognizing you. $3,700. Get Chloe. You have a campaign that's made that much money? Have you? I have a feeling within about 2 weeks, if that, I'll have beaten your highest backer count. Hi, Chloe. Hey, Chloe. Why aren't your covers this good? Why aren't they this good? Why do all your covers suck? Why has your art not improved within 10 years? 10 fucking years. You had 10 years of practice. Did you not study under anyone good? Did you not take lessons? Did you not at least like watch fucking YouTube tutorials? Why is your art not this good on your covers? Why are your pages not this good? Why do you fucking suck? Seriously. But I'll give you something, Chloe. I'll give you something. Got a little something for you. A little something. Your art fucking is trash. But I have this dude that I know who's a buddy of mine. At least I think so, last I checked. Named Vinny Tartamella. Now, Vinny is an incredibly talented artist. Incredibly talented. Mr. Dongs. Good. I'm happy to see you here again, dude. Love Big Chloe. Remember when you put your hand in front of a shot of Cyberfrog and Renfamous the Rat laughed, thought the comic was 4 inches tall? Your memory is much better than mine, man. Shit. But so I'm gonna recommend a playlist to you, Chloe. And remember to get up and stretch at some point today, because if the sedentary lifestyle ain't good for me, it ain't good for you either. But Vinny has this thing here called Masterclass. And Vinny is a master of anatomy. He's fucking phenomenal at it. I would know. He did one of the covers for 3 Nights, 4 Days. Another book that stopped the fucking mud hole in your work and walked it dry. But I'm going to link this in the chat for you, this whole playlist, and I want you to study it. I want you to study this. I'm actually giving you help here. The link is in the chat right now under Sleeveless Comics. That playlist, that's from Vinny Tartamella. And if you want to see some of Vinny's artwork, let's do Vinny a favor, guys. Got your wallets handy. What is his most recent book? Have a look at some of Vinny's artwork. This is the kind of guy you'd be learning from if you watch these videos. Chelsea? Chloe, that's it. Right. Because this book is criminally underfunded. This is Vinny Tartamella's art. So this is Vinny. This is his book, Shadow of the Kraken. I think that Vinny's not mad at me. I need to have him on at some point and talk about this. I miss Vinny. This is Vinny's artwork. Again, his anatomy is flawless. He's worked very hard to be this good. This is a guy who used to work for McFarlane. He's damn good at what he does. This might offend you, but you need to get over it. This is what a very fit and beautiful looking woman looks like. You're going to have to get over that. You have to grow up. Vinny's a tremendous artist. And this, if you use that YouTube video, this is the guy you're going to be learning from. And your anatomy will improve, perspective, the whole 9 yards. You need to get better at it if you're going to start talking shit. You don't get to sit there and yell at punching down. People have a right to react to you. Now, granted, a lot of people get pissy at me. I don't react to all of them. You, I found interesting. Because you had even less of a, like, it's one thing like some dude who's just like an internet avatar. And I'm going to put Vinny's link to his campaign in the chat right now. If you have not backed Shadow of the Kraken yet, please do so. Vinny Tartamella is a talented guy who deserves your support. You are in a position where you got ass mad at somebody for simply not having the same politics as you. And then you start bringing the talent of people I hire into question. Comparisons are going to be made. You know, it's the reason that I don't, you know, if I criticize someone, it's almost always, if they're not saying something fucking stupid, when I try to criticize people, I'm trying to be civil about it, you know, and try to do the old compliment sandwich. This is what's good. This is what could use improvement. This is what's also good. So Chaos Sonic threw in a donation. You can't see it through here, but he says here, hey, Chloe, here's the thing you wanted, called pay pigs. They're actually wild boars and we're scary fuckers. Yeah. You insulted all the people in this chat, Chloe. Why'd you do that? Are you mad that they're buying my stuff instead of yours? Well, here's the thing. Maybe if your comic books weren't based on your anger at people on the fucking internet, maybe if you improved your art style, or if you just hired a good artist for a decent page rate, maybe if you decided to hone your skills and become better at what you do, maybe if you weren't consumed by your total hate of people, you would improve. Because here's the thing. I get better at what I do every single time that I do it. And the people I work with, they take any criticism of their work and they take it seriously and then they improve. Because that's what grown people are supposed to fucking do. You don't. And at the end of the day, If you want to make money off of this, if you want to improve your craft, if you want to be or have something that is worth recognition beyond me just poking fun at you, you have the opportunity to do it. You can either improve it or you can just walk away and do something else. If you improve it, people would respect you for that. If you walked away and do something else, you say, this is not for me, people could respect that too. Some of us would laugh because you got so pissy with us, but at least it's a respectable maneuver. What you are doing right now is not respectable. Just getting pissy at people on the internet because we're critical of Marvel and DC, fucking get over it. Or make an actual argument that's just not, well, you're ugly too. Yeah, and I'll admit it. I'm a fucking gorilla. If my arms were any longer, they'd drag on the ground. So yeah, get fucked. You suck at what you do. No, there's no amount of poking fun at me will ever hide how bad you are. All right. And don't do all that shit from behind a block. Jesus. All right. So, let's go ahead and bring this to a close. Back Englewood Book 2 if you have not already. Once again, link in the description and in the chat from Hardboiled Entertainment. Put it in right here. Let's get it up to exact 25% if we can't get it further than that. But we got past my goal today was to get 50 backers. So we're there. Next goal, let's hopefully maybe tomorrow we'll get to 55. We'll just bit by bit. If we could just get like 5 backers a day for like just every day for the next 3 weeks, I think we would hit the mark. You know, if my mental math is correct. If it's not, well then we'll get even more. Fuck it. I still haven't even gone to other shows and talked about my book yet. I haven't talked to Bancroft yet. I haven't talked to Mandy yet. There's other people that have said that they'd like to have me on. I haven't talked to them yet either. But before we take off, let's, as Angry Green Boss says in the chat, thanks for the entertainment, Chloe. Screen cap this. And thank you guys for backing this book. Thank you for watching tonight. So tonight was a successful show, so thank you for that too, Chloe. It's a lot of fun. We'll be back next week to have some more fun. We'll see what is worth discussing. What I want to do is I just want to sit down. I want to talk about Marvel Comics. I want to talk about when Marvel was cool. I want to talk when Marvel was doing good shit, you know, and kind of do like a comparison because I really feel like there needs to be some discussion on that. I haven't talked about it in a while, and I've been missing old school Marvel shit, you know, and it's like, man, you guys could still be doing cool shit, and you're just not. Fuck. So with all that said, I'm gonna go ahead and take off. I'm gonna play the trailer one more time, and then we're gonna close that. But until next time, my name is Micah Curtis, your favorite vanilla gorilla, the infamous Russian bot, whatever you want to call me. Seek a blot.